What are your thoughts on this Me Too movement?
I mean, I heard about it, but I really don't know that much details into what it is.
The Me Too movement is a movement, according to Wikipedia, to help demonstrate the widespread prevalence of sexual assault and harassment, especially in the workplace.
Mm.
It began in the movie industry with a guy named Harvey Weinstein, or Weinstein.
Okay.
A lot of people had allegations about his misconduct. It started there, and then it trickled off into the regular workplace with regular people hashtagging Me Too of things that have happened to them, and they're not in the movie industry.
Yeah, I mean, it happens very frequently. I think there's always been something in place, but until it affects or like big celebrities jump onto something, it doesn't become that relevant. But I think it's always been an issue. I mean, I've had lots of personal experience with like sexual harassment and, you know, dealing with sexual assault and all that stuff. So it's always been an issue, but I don't know. I'm glad that people are using their platform to bring awareness and make something come of it, because I definitely feel like people should be held accountable for, you know, doing things like that.
Has there been a worst instance in your experience of dealing with these things? A particular incident?
Yeah, there's actually been a particular incident. I can't speak too much on it, but definitely have, you know, my own personal experience with it. You know, kind of crazy situation. So I definitely can relate to the movement.
How did you handle that situation?
Lawyer, like you have to get a. My situation I really can't discuss. It's actually I'm still dealing with it right now, but it was a sexual assault from a police officer. So you have to lawyer up and fight the government to get justice.
It wasn't something that you just kept to yourself and...
Absolutely not. No. I would never keep something like that to myself. I was in my situation, I was scared to say something because it is a police officer. And like no one's gonna believe me, da 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 da. But you know, you have to speak up. And people are gonna believe you or they not. But you know, God knows the truth, and you just kind of hope you get justice. It's kind of hard to get justice from a system that, you know, really doesn't care.
And these are things that's being talked about in the Me Too movement. People in powerful positions that are doing these types of activities.
Yeah, definitely.
And
people use their position of authority, position of power, to take advantage of situations. Absolutely. Me, personally, I wouldn't wait like 15 years, you know, but everyone's different. You can't judge somebody from when they decided to say. And there's so many people out there that just lie, you know, so it's so hard to say what's real, what's fake. It's just a mess, you know. But it's just a mess, you know. And hopefully, regardless if the situation's true or not, like in that situation, they're bringing awareness, you know, and they're trying to prevent any further activities. You know, what's sad to say, what's done is done. But what's done in the dark is going to come out in the light. And you just have to move forward and try to bring awareness and support the victims Make sure, you know, things like that don't happen again, or you have, you know, safeguards, or you have different ways to handle it. Because a lot of people, I guess, you know, in Hollywood, in the industry, you know, want that position. So if that guy, you know, that particular person, you know, is in a higher position, you know, some people might just go with the flow, knowing it's wrong, going against their own, you know, their own personal feelings, but they, you know, they don't know how to handle it. So they just go with the flow and hold it in. And you know, when one person speaks, everyone wants to speak up. But for me, like, I always been like the person, if something's wrong, I'm calling it out. Like, on site. That's just me.
It's a lot of women involved in the Me Too movement, but this also happens to men as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There are male victims.
Yeah, there's a lot of male victims. And males, they tend not to speak up because of embarrassment. But it happens to males. These women out here take advantage of men, and men take advantage of men. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Real crazy.
Somebody watching this, and circumstances could be different for everybody, but any advice to somebody that's dealing with any of these types of things, from harassment to assault? Any advice? Any general advice?
Speak, excuse me, speak up, speak to the right people too. You have to have a good support system around you, which a lot of people don't. You don't know who to trust anymore. And try to make a difference, you know, be the difference that you want to see. That's the least, you know, people could do. They don't want this to happen. Well, make a Me Too movement or something like that. You know, you have to really be the difference you want to see, even if it's just one person. You know, and never let anyone take advantage of you. It doesn't matter who they are. You know, don't let people take advantage of you, because they will.